I feel like we should eat Woody the woodpecker.
I have no problem against that.
Let's see if we can find some crickets or something first. Action. So behind me here, we do have a very good water source actually, and this is like 20 yards away from the last shelter we had. I can go ahead and show that to you actually. We'll just spin the camera around here with me. Loosen it up just a little bit more. That brush pile right back there is the shelter. And we knew this creek was running along here. However, this creek was very, very dry. You can see directly behind me here how dry the creek actually was, but I knew that we had the potential to make a seep well. However, seep wells are kind of a last resort situation. So behind me, exactly where Eric is standing, you can see the water right in this area here. So that's awesome. We do have a very good water source, it seems like, right here. And it comes out of a spring that's pretty high up in the mountains. So I'm very confident in the ability of this water being pathogen free. And in a survival situation, again, I would prefer to filter this out and make sure it's drinkable. But if I was absolutely thirsting and was going to die from dehydration if I wasn't, able to get a fire or something like that, I would feel comfortable drinking out of something that was a spring coming directly out of the ground. It's just one of those things. So what I think we should do now is, since we know water's here, we need to make way back up here to this shelter that's naturally there, and we're going to go ahead and make it into a super shelter for tonight. Something that we're willing to sleep in and stay relatively very warm. And we also need to build a heat wall and get a fire going, because fire in a cold degree temperature, very wet like this, is going to be extremely difficult. So I think I'm going to be in charge of fire. I'm going to send Eric out to gather materials, brush, leaves, things like that we can lay over top of it and make the super shelter with. And I'm going to go ahead and get the fire going. Let's get back up here to the shelter.